Hey, my name is Brandon Fender. I'm the program director here at Treehouse Recovery in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm a retired United States Marine, serving 13 years.
Yeah, hi. I'm Eli Tice. I'm also a Marine. I was wounded in Afghanistan in 2010. I stepped on an IED, which resulted in amputation of my right leg and my right thumb, and a lot of other various injuries.
Yeah, so we were having a conversation earlier, actually about suicide prevention, and specifically here in the veteran community, and how that stigma is attached to it, and a lot of guys are suffering in silence because they don't want to come forward because they're worried about what other guys want to think about them. How was that for you when you kind of were able to kind of talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's really hard coming from a background of being in the Marine Corps and just being a man in general, because everyone's pride sort of gets in the way of seeking help, and sort of the realization of being in a dark time was very hard for me, and like I wasn't being truthful with myself, and that just kind of snowballed into like a bigger situation that was very hard for me to dig out of and for me to ask for help. But once I did, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. It was kind of, nobody wants to put burden on anyone else's shoulders, but that burden was lifted to me and kind of spread out through the community, especially here at Treehouse. And I was able to find a community that I trusted. I was able to share a lot about what I was going through day to day and in my past history, which I was never really comfortable feeling talking about. So
I think also to kind of touch on what you said, the Marine, just men in general, we have that ego and that pride, and the easiest thing to do is the hardest thing to do is, as a man, drop the ego and drop the pride and ask for help. I know my personal experience whenever I actually came into recovery was me sitting on my couch trying to rationalize to take my own life. I actually had a pistol in my mouth, and I was telling myself, just take the pain away, take the pain away. And at that moment, my mother called and said, I want my son back. And one thing that was really hard on me was the shame of my family. So everyone was so proud of me for so long. So when I was able to ask for help and say, hey, I'm not okay, like you said, it kind of feels like a weight being took off your shoulders.
Yeah, and I have a very similar story. I was a drug addict, opiate addict for many years, and my mom came to me and she was like, it's time to go get help, go get treatment. And that humility that brought me back down to when I was a little kid. My mom was helping me out. It wasn't comfortable at the time, but looking back on my recovery through addiction, I'm way more proud of that and getting through that with my mom's help, and we have a tighter relationship because of it. Going through addiction, going through depression was way harder than recovering from a loss of limb, and it's tough, but once you're through the other side of it, the pride looking back on it is extraordinary. And I think a lot of guys that are out there struggling today, just admitting it to themselves is one of the hardest things to do. But once you get through that, humble yourself down and realize that other people's help is the only option, can really change your life.
Yeah. So if you're out there watching this video and you are someone that is struggling with your mental health, whether it's substance abuse, whatever the case may be, isolated, depressed, reach out for help. Understanding that being able to drop your pride, drop your ego, and ask for help. There's people that care about you, people that love you, and there's hope on the other side. So if you are out there and you are struggling, please reach out. There are people that care about you.